saved, Jesus saved me.
Tough weekend. The start of a new week. Let's go. All right. Oh.
No, not today, not tomorrow, and not the day after that. Chef, you better talk to your daughter because I am not having it.
Darling. Pookie,
Yes, Daddy.
come down here, sweetheart.
Mom doesn't want me wearing this, but everybody at school is doing it. Don't I look pretty? See, she's in one of her moods today.
It could be a lot worse. If you don't get involved, it'll probably eventually work itself out. She's a good girl, and you should trust her. Anyway, boys will be boys, no matter how she dresses. Doing nothing will drive a wedge in your marriage and keep her from respecting Darlene. And boys will be boys, and grown perverted men will be too. Which is why you have to protect her from things she cannot see. Do what your mama said do. Go upstairs and change your clothes. What you got on is inappropriate to wear.
I'm going to get pregnant.
Little girl,
I'm saved. Jesus saved me. I'm saved, Jesus saved me. I'm saved, Jesus saved me. I'm saved, Jesus saved me.
So that was the right decision. There I am. So this is uh the my Save Folks series here. So I had a beautiful life, lessons from the church balcony, and then episode 1, 2, 3. Now here's a beautiful life, Save Folks. So it's a different like not volume. It's just a different banner. They're all under Beautiful Life, but there's subdivisions of it, and Save Folks is subdivision, and within Save Folks there's episode 1, 2, and 3, and well, it's a bunch of episodes in Save Folks. But anyway, so Save Folks, um, oh, now we're really just talking about. This is really like life from a saved person's point of view. So there are like in Lessons from the Church balcony, I had scriptures and everything because there were lessons and there's a lot of teaching in that. And here now I'm just showing you life there and decisions they have to make. Now it is intensified and it's drummed up so that you can really see one situation, but it is what it is. So here I have what the title of Save Folks is: the Redeemed of the Lord. That's who saved people are. Basically people who are saved from hell, the lake fire, the penalty of fire, of hell, of judgment, penalty from God from those who are disobedient to His will. And you're redeemed when you choose to live for His the person that He has in the middle. Our I can't think of the word right now, but the intercessor, yes, the mediator, yes, all of those things. That's who Jesus is, and He says, hey, all you got to do is look on Him, choose to live for Him, and whenever you do sin, just repent, and keep living right, and you stay saved. And so that's how you redeem the Lord. How were you? Why do you have to be redeemed? Because when Adam chose to sin against God in the Garden of Eden, he messed up our relationship. He broke our relationship with God, right away before any of us were even born. So it was difficult to get to God. That our relationship was severed, and everybody was going to hell. Everybody went to hell. Abraham, Moses, everybody was going to hell. Everyone that died went to hell. Basically. I'm not really sure where Moses went, but I assume he went to hell too, because everybody else did. I don't know where Enoch went or Elijah because you know they walked with God right away. But either way, when you read the story about Jesus, with the Jesus gave a story about the rich man and Lazarus, the poor man. Rich man, poor man, where the poor man was eating off the crumbs, trying to eat the crumbs out of the rich man's table. Then they both died eventually, and you know the rich man lifted up his eyes in hell and he saw Lazarus, or the poor man, in the bosom of Abraham. In peace, and there was a gulf between them. They both was in hell, but there was a gulf between where there was peace and nourishment, and where he was thirsty and in torment, and he was asking Abraham, hey Abraham, because I guess when you die you understand. The Bible does say that when you become like Jesus you'll know even as you're known. Well, he didn't become like Jesus, but all the distractions of regular life, the world, earthly life, is gone. Now he's 100% in the spiritual realm. So I guess he understood, oh, that's Abraham, and that's, Lazarus the poor man, whatever that I was mean to all my life. Anyway, so there was a hell. But anyway, when Jesus died, he went down and he preached to all those who had faith in God before he died, and all they had to do was receive him, and then they were able to have peace with him, leave hell, and they were wherever they are to this point, because eventually he's going to create a new heaven and earth and rapture all those that have died and bring them to a new Jerusalem and all that. So we're looking forward to that. But anyway, so that's what saved folks is about, and that's why it's called the redeemed of the Lord. So just live your life. Jesus says, be zealous and repent. He said that in Revelations. That's how you make sure you make it uh, out of your damned ending. So I did this on Cyberlink, edited this on Cyberlink Power Director. I don't know which version it was, but this I had my cousin Dave produce that song there, and here we have my little cousin from left to right, or clockwise. I have my little cousin Capria, my cousin Chris Hodges. That's the one that's actually singing. And this is a Jevany. Well, she was Jevany Merchant then, but now she's Jevany Cleveland, I think. So yeah. So and I wanted to, again, there's a theme because it's kind of like a TV show, even though it's a short film. So that's why I have it's kind of quirky, funny. So now I wanted it to look like it's a perfect, almost like a perfect house, perfect family. Look at them, they all smile. Look how bright it is, and kind of yellow. It just feels safety, like almost more than safe. It's almost like heavenly, like you know what I'm saying. It's kind of white, like kind of, yellow, like just safety. Not like they about to burn up. It's just nice. All right, so my sister, she let me stay film in her house in Evergreen Park. It's a beautiful house. But they have a house in Houston now, so I bought that wardrobe at Target. I remember that. I only had one light in this whole thing, and I had it bouncing off the ceiling, and so it was bouncing everywhere. And I had the windows open everywhere, so there'd be a lot of bright light. And I played with the white balance to get this beautiful look. And is it not beautiful? It's beautiful, isn't it? So
You better talk to your daughter because I am not having it.
again, this is about human relations. Once you get saved, difficulties in human relations don't end. Even when you think about Paul and Peter and all of them, they didn't get along a lot of times. So human relations, how to deal with your family,
But everybody
you
at
know,
school is doing it.
it's a lot to go with it. I'll tell you a story about this.
See, she's in one of her movies.
I when I first was gonna do this, I had a different cast and they didn't show up, but it was like they didn't try to do it. It's just like it just kind of happened. They didn't even know each other. The different people that was gonna be in the beginning, different things happened to the different characters. Except for Chris, he was there, but and I think he wasn't able to make it either. But so 2 weeks later, I was at the house, had everything ready to film and ready to feed everybody and everything, because you got to feed people and stuff. But everybody forgot. Someone overslept, someone forgot, someone was stuck in another city or whatever. And I was like, wow. So I just got a different cast, and it worked out 2 weeks later. So that's cool. But that type of stuff happens. I've had that happen before with me in a church play, so it didn't bother me at all. Just like, oh, okay, just move on, kind of. One thing about filming, you learn to be flexible, to deal with to deal with the situations as they come. I like this scene right here, that shot right there, because when he left her, she realized she was by herself. It's like, listen, either we're gonna survive together, or you're going to fall out there by yourself. You don't want to be by yourself. You want to be with the family. So trying to break up the family, trying to break up the family, you leave the safety of it. Safety in a multitude of counsel.
Going to get pregnant.
So now she's just gonna act up. Now this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna totally, because you won't let me do something that I want to do, that just been a child. But they were parents, and that's what you do. Just because they're angry or upset don't mean you let them do what they want. No, you do what you know is right. And if you made a mistake, then you did your best. You apologize to the child. Ask God to lead you so you won't make the wrong decisions. But if you do make the wrong decision, hopefully their lives will still be spared and all that. So you're the parent, they're the child, and God intends for the parents to train the children, not to be their best friend. So that's the right decision. I really enjoyed doing this title sequence on Power Director. It was really cool. Um, there's a lot of you know other editing things I use, but I like the Power Director. It worked out. I think I still was using Movie Maker at some points with this too, but after this, I didn't use Windows Movie Maker anymore. Also, this is my first high definition. Like I did the what was the name of that show that I did? Black Mantis. I may show that, I may not. With my cousin Kyle and my cousin Javon. It's a superhero type of show. But anyway, a little short. But anyway, yeah. So that was, I did this on a Canon. It was a DSLR. It's a TI5. I think is a 5i. I think I did this on a 5i. I think I can't remember now. So that's what it was. Right decision. Again, human relations, and you relating to God and relating to human beings. You want to relate to human beings the most positive way without uh, being in um, contrast to or friction with God. So that's what it has a lot of this. It's a balancing act. All right. So any questions or whatever? I mean, comments. You have any questions? You come at me on this. You know, the comment section or whatever. All right. I'm all over the place. You can look up Color Heave anywhere. Just web search me. All right. I'm out. Enjoy your night, your evening.